Arcturian Group Message. Dear readers, welcome to our message which is intended to teach and empower. You are not on Earth by accident, but rather are of the many brave and awakened souls who volunteered to assist Earth in her ascension process toward alignment with her true spiritual expression. You knew that in order to do this, you would have to enter into three-dimensional density, live and work from a dense material body, and be subject to the creations of a collective consciousness based in duality and separation. Negative three-dimensional experiences for the spiritually evolved are not usually as random as they are for those who are not and live fully from a three-dimensional state of consciousness, unless the experiences are chosen as learning experiences. This is because an evolved consciousness does not hold as many false beliefs to manifest. However, at this time, the high resonating energies flowing to Earth as part of her ascension process are exposing and activating remaining low resonating energy for all individuals. You may have noticed that life has become a bit more chaotic and out of sync recently. Things breaking down, plans going astray, appliances no longer working, internet going down, problems with this or that, etc. Your once smoothly running routine seems to no longer be running smoothly. The increasing presence of intense light energies are forcing all that resonates on lower levels to surface and manifest as part of the clearing process. No one can revert from their attained state of consciousness, so do not think that somehow you have spiritually regressed if things seem to be more chaotic. Most people are not even aware that the energy of many simple beliefs held in consciousness can manifest, because in the past, lower resonating energies they usually did not. Ordinary sayings like, if it isn't one thing, it is another. When it rains, it pours. This always happens to me. These common and seemingly harmless sayings about life are impersonal, but have been accepted into the belief system of many. Because the energy on Earth is increasingly becoming more refined, and because there is no unexpressed consciousness, even these simply common sayings will manifest just as major beliefs do. Do not fear this, or give them power if you find yourself automatically thinking them now and then, but rather use the experience to be more aware, remembering that consciousness is the substance of form. Many spend their whole life seeking happiness from where it does not exist and will never be found, in concepts of happiness as being something that must be attained in the outer world. Because this world is the only world they know, they search for happiness in all the ways it tells them are necessary for fulfillment, even if or when some of these ways do not reflect their heart and intuition. These people live exhausting lives in a race to find and attain the right partner, school, physical appearance, employment, fame, house, friends, lots of stuff, and money in the belief that once attained these things will bring them the happiness. More often than not, even when these things have been attained, the deep inner longing that every soul has to reunite with Source remains, and will remain as their search continues, during which they may blame people, circumstances, and even God for their unhappiness. Most suicides result from concepts of happiness not materializing or from the guilt of decisions made and actions taken. Because they do not know who they really are, these dear ones judge themselves by material standards, believing that they are unworthy failures. In reality, the very experiences that have brought them to that point are very often the experiences they themselves put into their pre-birth contract in order to evolve to new levels of awareness. However, because death is really an illusion, they will come back to Earth wiser and more evolved, prepared to take on any challenges. True and lasting happiness is a state of consciousness. It does not come and go like the many beliefs about happiness that are just accepted concepts. True and lasting happiness is everyone's birthright, by virtue of their being divine consciousness individualized. But as long as a person believes themselves to be separate from God, and all that God is, they block the flow of the self-sustaining, self-maintaining fulfillment aspect of their true self. You are not a little part of God, you are the fullness. But most have not known, or even been interested in knowing this because the hypnotism of the material world seems so real. True creativity, not something copied from someone else or what is already known, is a quality of divine consciousness that flows and expands in each successive lifetime. There is no such thing as a child prodigy, Only individuals who over lifetimes have attained a high level of expertise in some particular area, music, math, art, medicine, healing, etc., and are simply being their state of consciousness in this life. The spiritual journey can be very difficult in the beginning, because upon awakening to deeper truths, most think that this new awareness will bring them everything they have always sought, and it will. But not until it becomes their attained state of consciousness. In a burst of spiritual enthusiasm, many will say, "Show me the way, I am ready." But when all the stuff they need to look at, let go of, and move beyond is shown them, they often panic and begin to have second thoughts. The real spiritual journey can only begin when there is a willingness to let go of all previous religious concepts about God, man, and spirituality. Only a consciousness empty, and no longer cluttered with beliefs of duality, separation, and two powers, is able to accept, nurture, and grow into real truth. This is often a time of struggle for the awakening seeker because many of their beliefs, particularly religious ones, are deeply rooted in their consciousness. It is important to live from your highest sense of truth at all times because much that has always been familiar is moving out of alignment with the energies now coming in. This is why some who realize, on a deeper level, that they are not able to attain the levels of energy necessary for alignment with the new energy are choosing to leave, and then when ready come back prepared for the higher resonating energies of the new earth. True happiness is not about having, getting, or appearing to be something the three-dimensional world values. Happiness is the automatic result and experience of the already fully present completeness that exists in and as every person. We are the Arcturian group,